Well, in this episode of Spanky's Hot Rods and Customs, we're going to work on one of those vehicles that you guys seem to not want to watch. It's not what you guys like, but hey, you're going to get something out of it if you watch it, because you can use the knowledge that you might learn off of this video on something that you are working on. So don't run off anywhere. Let's watch this video. And you know what? If you're a subscriber and you comment on this video, all you have to do is comment. Somebody that's a subscriber is going to get something for free, and it's going to be worth you leaving a comment. I promise you. So, with that said, let's go see what we're going to screw up today. So what I'm going to do is start working the rubber on. This window is a wedge shape, so you need to determine the top and the bottom of the window. Now, this is pretty much the same as putting in any windshield or rear glass. You're going to determine the same thing. I'm doing this a couple of days before I'm actually going to install it, because this rubber is stiff. It's been in a package for a long time. We need to just try to get it on there the best we can. Now, I don't want to warm the rubber up or heat it up with anything, because then it'll stretch and it may not come back. If you put lubricant on it, then it's going to be really slippery. So the best is just do it like I'm doing it. Work it on dry. Now, after we get this installed on the window, I'll put some tape on it to keep it in place. But then we need to go around the whole entire glass with wax and grease remover to remove any of the residue left behind when they put this when they make the rubber. Because now's the best time to get it off. If you don't take it off, then it's going to turn white. It's going to make your rubber turn white, and then you'll have to take it off, and it won't be as easy. All right, we're halfway there. And this is for the early model vintage Bronco, the blue one that I've been doing. I'm not in the best work area right now. I'm actually working on top of two doors that go to another car. All right, so let's get this finished up, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. And this is my little tool that I use to put the rope inside the window rubber so that I can pull it in. It's just a simple screwdriver type with a rod coming out of it where the rope goes through. Now, I've made these in the past to insert the trim inside of windows. Like if this had a window on it, I've got a tool that inserts the chrome around there. It helps you get it in. So let's put the rope in and get it ready to seat. I've said in the past that my personal preference is to start the rope at the bottom. It doesn't really matter where you start it, whatever is easiest for you. But starting it at the bottom
like on one of these vertical windows like this, where you don't have a ledge to set the window on, getting this rubber in the bottom first seems to help a lot. And I'll start it over here, and as we insert it, it'll help get 2/3 of the bottom of the glass rubber in. Make sure you get it all the way in there. Now this tape on here is just to help keep the rubber on the windshield as I work with it. All right, so unless one of you guys wants to jump through the camera and help me, I'm going to do this tomorrow when my wife can help me, because there's no ledge to set it on, and it's best if I had 2 hands on this one. All right, there we go. It's all ready to install. Well, here's something scary for you. Let's drill through 2 different parts, both with fresh paint, up against a freshly upholstered seat. Whew! Man, this is when you'd start drinking if you haven't never drank before. So let's get this done carefully and safely without screwing anything up, so we can bolt this top down before the window goes in. All right, I got the roof bolted on. It's not tight yet, but we've drilled all the holes, and now we're ready to put the back window in. Now we'll tighten those up after we get the doors on, so that we can get our gaps perfect on both sides. There ain't nothing better than having your best friend, your most beautiful wife, to come out and help you do the tedious work of installing glass. Yes, she was scared, but she's a trooper. All right. The gap looks perfect all down through here. I'd say it's ready to be tightened down, but the only problem is it does have a little bit of adjustment going back and forth, and I haven't got the doors on yet. So we want to make sure that we get the doors on, and then we can adjust it. All right, so I got the back glass in, and I got all the holes drilled to bolt the cab down. And I got it bolted down. I think that looks nice and detailed back there with the stainless bolts. The window came out great. Now, let's see what else is on the checklist. So if you've ever seen any of my projects in the shop, and you guys always are asking me, how do I keep up with one thing and move on to something else? Every car that I've got in my shop has got a punch list just like this. It's exactly what I've got to do next. Maybe not in the order that I need to do it, but pretty close. And it's got what's marked off, and I'm always adding stuff. And then over to the side, I've got a list of stuff that I need to order. So there you have it. That's how I keep up with what's next. Also, you'll notice that I've always got little pieces of tape on different things, nuts and bolts. These areas right here I touched up and they need to be rebuffed. Little pieces of tape here and there where things go. That helps me keep up. I'm old, I forget, and there's a lot of stuff to do. And you never want to leave something untight. So if you go to start a bolt and you know it is ready to be tightened, go ahead and tighten it. If it's something that needs an adjustment, put a piece of tape on it so you'll know that you're going to come back to that and adjust it. You don't want that part flying off.
Well, guys, there you have it. That's how I do it, and hopefully you got something out of it. that'll help you in your home garage. Head over to Spanky'sHotRods.com and get yourself a new t-shirt. Help support the channel that way, and you get something back at the same time. Hope to see you guys at a show coming up soon. As always, thanks for watching. Now get out in the garage and go build something. See you guys in the next episode.